In this room, we get the plane propeller, which is supposed to be to the famous Wright brothers plane. So we have to travel to the year 1903 to put it back on the plane. Travel all the way to the right during this area and you'll see a large plane in the background. Select it, and we complete another one of the levels. In this room, we get the first of what ends up being two different flags, this one being the United States flag. Now, you may wonder exactly where in the US history we're going to be returning this flag to. We're actually going to be traveling to 1969 and placing the flag on the moon. Traveling over to the right, we get to see one of the US astronauts walking into a Koopa Troopa, which is very historically accurate, as the moon is filled with Koopa Troopas. We deliver the flag back, and now the flag gets to sit back on the moon. If that really happened. In this room, we get the second of the two flags, this one being the Indian flag. We have to actually travel to the year of Indian independence to return the flags, partially due to the great works of Mahatma Gandhi. Travel over to the Taj Mahal and deliver the new Indian flag. In this room, we get the famous stovepipe hat of Abraham Lincoln. We actually have to travel to Gettysburg in order to deliver a hat back to him. The year for this one is 1862. Here, you may not be quite sure exactly where to deliver the hat, so you actually have to climb about the wall and then get to the gate of Gettysburg, where you actually can deliver the hat and complete the level. In this room, we get a sledgehammer. Now, you may not be sure exactly where you're supposed to place this item, but it's supposed to represent one of the many sledgehammers that was used to take down the Great Berlin Wall. So travel to the latest date that we possibly can during this game, 1989, to deliver the sledgehammer. When you get here, travel along the wall all the way to the right to get to the guardhouse in order to deliver the hammer. Our final item for Mario's Time Machine is a light bulb, the famous invention of Thomas Edison. Once we have the light bulb in place, we now must travel to the year 1879 to give it back to him. Now here it's a little bit tricky as well because there's several lamps around. However, you don't actually deliver it to one of the lamps. You go over to this bookcase where he actually has a phonograph, and that's where you place the light bulb. With the light bulb properly placed in its time in history, we've completed all the rooms in Bowser's Museum. Now we travel all the way past all the bricked up doors to a sign. The sign normally would say stop until you've completed all the levels. Now it says test, where you actually have to answer some trivia questions about history in order to go to the final area. The questions do change every time, so you're never quite sure which ones you're gonna get. Thomas Edison was known as the Wizard of Menlo Park. And Newton invented calculus. And now that we've answered the 3 trivia questions, we now enter this door for a showdown with Bowser. Now, like I said before, you can't die in the game, so all you have to do is jump on Bowser's head 3 times. Every time you jump on it, he spins around the room a little bit, and then stands back up. After you jump on his head for the final time, you can enjoy the short ending. Mario's Time Machine is actually probably my favorite of the Mario educational games. While they're not extremely fun to play by any means, this one actually is relatively decent in comparison to the other game that came out on the NES, Mario's Missing, and I actually enjoy this one more than the Mario's Time Machine as well as Mario's Missing that was released on the Super Nintendo. The worst thing I can probably say though about these educational Mario games is the fact that they tricked many of us. You would walk into a video store, see a brand new Mario game on the shelf, and end up picking up and expecting it to be a great Mario title, but in fact it's trying to educate you, which was something that, well, we just didn't want from our video games. So that's going to wrap up this edition of Play It Through. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.